Hey, what's up guys? Jaeky here. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the FIFINE AM8 microphone. And so shout out to Ted from FIFINE for sending this out for review. With that being said, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing it. I'm going to give an audio test and just my overall thoughts on it as well. So this is a USB and XLR microphone, meaning you can have it either plugged in USB or XLR, which is great. If you are planning on upgrading in the future to an audio mixer, you can start off with USB and then plug this in XLR once you get an audio mixer. But yeah, I'm going to be testing it later, both USB-C and XLR, to sort of give a comparison between the two. But let's get this thing open here. This is currently retailing for $65 on Amazon, but it is on sale for $55 currently. Opening it up, we get a user guide right off the rip. I'm not going to be reading this. This does have RGB if you're into that. You also get a stand with a fully rubber base, so it's going to stick onto your table pretty well. Under that is going to be the microphone itself. This is what it looks like. Comes with a windscreen sort of on top. So this is what it looks like right here. So yeah, you have, I think, the controls for RGB here, and then you have a gain knob as well as a headphone volume knob, because you can plug headphones into the bottom of this. So there's your USB-C and there is your XLR input, and then you have an RGB ring on the bottom. Very similar yoke to the SM7B, and then obviously you have a thread here for if you want to put this on a microphone arm. But yeah, here's the windscreen. I'm gonna try to take the windscreen off so we can take a look at the capsule underneath. There you go. Windscreen just slides off like that, and you have your capsule underneath. There's what it looks like. I'll do a little plosive test later to see how it sounds. I think this might be a mute button on the back here. It is capacitive if it is. So we're gonna have to put that into testing later. And if you don't have a mic or if you don't have a mic arm, you can obviously just mount it to the stand here, which is what I'm gonna do. There it is. From the looks of it, I believe this is a side address microphone. Actually, no, it might be front. It might be a front address. I think it's a front address. So you speak in from the top, I believe. I will make sure in a second here, but from the way the capsule looks, I think it's a front address. So that's what it looks like on the stand. Got a lot of flexibility with it. As you can see, you can turn it pretty much any way you want to. Okay, there's that. And then as well in the box, I think all there is the cable. Yeah, that's the only thing left in the box is the cable. There you go, USB-C to USB-A. Yeah, USB-C to USB-A. All right, so that's the unboxing. As for build quality, it is an all plastic housing. So everything here is all plastic, I do believe. It feels plastic. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everything here is plastic. I think the yoke here is metal. Honestly, it feels pretty solid. Doesn't feel flimsy or anything like that. So build quality, really nothing to complain about. It is pretty light because it is mostly plastic. But let's get this thing plugged in and we can take a listen to the audio. I also want to preface by saying that I'm currently on an SM7B, which is a $500 microphone. And so this test is probably not going to be too fair. So take that how you will. Just keep in mind that right now, what you're hearing is literally a $500 microphone. And so when you hear this mic, don't be too harsh on it. Let's get this thing plugged in here. Okay, I have it plugged in and I haven't set up the audio yet, but I just wanted to show you guys what the RGB looks like. That's what the RGB ring looks like. And this is a capacitive button here where you can change the colors. It looks like you can cycle between solid colors. So this is green here, blue. You can just cycle through the colors and then it goes back to RGB, like a wave pattern. Okay, so we are now on the FIFINE microphone. I am just speaking through it on the stand here, and I am bending down so I can get as close to it as I was on my other microphone. So this is basically what it's going to sound like here. I have the Windows volume set to 100, and then the gain knob, I don't know if you can see this, I'll lift it up here. The gain knob here is around just a little less than halfway. So this is basically what you're going to expect. I have it on the stand here. If you have it on a mic arm, you can get it a lot closer, and you know, you won't have as much desk audio. As for plosives, I don't know, Peter, pizza, pickle, there you go. You can kind of get an idea of how well it handles plosives there. One more thing I want to try is I actually want to plug this into my audio interface. So I actually have a Go XLR, which I run my SM7B through. And I'm going to run this microphone through that as well. So you guys can kind of get an idea of how this sounds when it's connected to a audio interface, since currently we're just on USB. Hello, hello. All right, so now we are plugged into my Go XLR, and I have nothing applied to it right now, so I have no filters on. None of my gate is on at all. No equalizer, no compressor. This is just the mic straight up plugged into the audio interface, and I have the gain set to 45 decibels. So this is just what it sounds like plugged into the audio interface. I don't know if it's going to be any different than USB, but we're going to take a listen to it and find out. But yeah, this is pretty much what it sounds like. Let me add a little bit of EQ and compressor. Okay, here we go. So this is sort of similar to what I would run on my SM7B with the equalizer and the compressor. And so let me know. I don't know if this is going to sound any different or not, but I'm going to take a listen to it after this and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the microphone. But yeah, this is what it sounds like running through the Go XLR with filters added. And yeah, I believe none of the buttons or anything like the gain control and the capacitive mute will not work when this is plugged in USB or XLR mode, which is very typical. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is the microphone. Also, your RGB lights will also not work when you're plugged into XLR mode. All right, guys, and we are back. So I am going to be speaking through the FIFINE microphone for the rest of this review, just so you can get even more of an idea of whether or not you like the sound signature. But I have it plugged in USB mode right now, and yeah, this is, again, what it sounds like. So if you're going to buy this mic, I would highly recommend. I listened to it back, and the desk audio, it was picking up a lot of my noise from my desk, like my computer, because my computer is on my desk, and it was picking up a lot of those vibrations. So I would highly recommend, again, if you're going to be picking up this microphone, get like a cheap little $20 mic arm so that you can attach it to the mic arm, and that will get rid of a lot of the desk noise. Right now I'm literally holding the microphone, and so you're not going to hear any of that desk noise. Yeah, for like around a $60 microphone, it's really not that bad. It is a dynamic microphone, so it has that sort of dynamic profile where it's not going to be as detailed as a condenser microphone, but where it's not as detailed, you get the trade-off of having really good sound isolation, and so it's going to cut out a lot of that background noise, a lot of the clicks from your keyboard and mouse. It's going to cut that out a lot better than a condenser microphone would, and so that's sort of the benefit that you get from running a dynamic microphone. And when I had it plugged into my Go XLR and I put some of those filters on, it made it sound a little bit more rich. I did feel like I added a little bit too much bass, though. I feel like I could have just not added the bass there. But if you are running this XLR mode into like an audio interface, there are a lot of different filters you can put on. You can even do that in USB mode through like Voicemeeter, or you can use filters in OBS to add those filters onto there. But yeah, so yeah, it's not a bad microphone at all. I think it's actually pretty good for the price. And yeah, there's a lot of solid features. I also tested out the mute function, the capacitive mute button. It doesn't make any popping noises, which is good, because a lot of microphones that have a mute button, when you mute, it makes a really harsh popping noise, but that doesn't seem to happen for this microphone, so that's good. I will say the plosives were pretty strong when I was doing that plosive test. Even probably right now, it's catching a lot of plosives because I am still pretty close to the microphone. There's really no way around that other than, I guess, you can speak at an angle onto the microphone if you want to get rid of a lot of those plosives, and just having good speaking technique. But other than that, like, the plosives are pretty strong, so I would recommend maybe you can put it a little bit further away from your mouth, or you can tilt it at an angle so that you're actually speaking across the microphone. But yeah, this is just what the microphone sounds like out of the box, plug and play. And so it's really going to be up to you whether or not you like this sound signature. If you like this sound signature and you think it fits your voice, then you can definitely pick this up. But again, if you are getting this, I would highly recommend also picking up a mic arm, because I feel like if you just have this on your desk and you're speaking at a distance, it's not going to sound that good. Like, if you want to get it sounding as good as possible, you want it as close to your face as possible, like the way I'm speaking into it right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That was my review of the FIFINE AM8 microphone. Again, shout out to Ted from FIFINE for setting this out for review. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.